Okay, here's a spinner problem, kind of like the one from the take-home test number 1. So this might help. It's a little bit different, but check it out. You have these two spinners, and you spin both of them, and you add the numbers that you get on both spinners. Now, if your total is even, you win, and if your total is odd, you lose. What's the probability that you win on this game? Okay, let's think about this. Well, we have to figure out the probabilities of each number. Well, this one over here, letter B, probably is okay, so that's 25% and 25% and 50%. So we've done problems like this. Now over here, this angle where number 2 is 72 degrees. So we got to figure out the portion of the circle. So what we do is 72 divided by 360, and when you do that, you end up with 0.2. So 20% of the circle is there, which means that 80% of the circle is over here. Okay, we've got some good information to get started. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make an area diagram to map this whole thing out. So let's do that next. So here I have my area model. Here's spinner A with those probabilities, and spinner B up here with those 3 options. You know what I'm going to look at? Which ones are even and which ones are odd. So if I add the 2 together, these are all the 6 different combinations that I can come up with the 2 spins and adding them together. So I could get a 3 here. This would be a 4, 2, and a 2 on each spinner. Let's see, what do we got? We got a 4. This one would be a 5. This would be a 2. And this would be a 3. Okay. Those are results for 2 spins and adding them together. See? A 2 on this one and a 1 on this one. If you map them out right there, that's a 3. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to look at the winners, right? So, 4 is a winner. There and there. So we got 3 winners and 3 losers. You would think it might be 50-50, right? But let's figure it out. We got to multiply these all out. So I'm going to do that next. Okay, so I multiplied out the probabilities. 0.25 times 0.2 gives me 0.05. So there's a pretty low probability that I get those 2 spins, a 2 and a 2. But anyway, same thing. 0.8 times 0.25 gives me 0.2. So those are all my probabilities for my winners. So I add them all together. Let me do that next. Okay, so I added all these probabilities together right up here. Turns out you have a 65% chance of winning if you pick the even numbers. Okay, so there you go. That's a pretty good game. You win if you get even, you lose if you get odd. So winning 65%, which means that an odd number would be 35%. So yes, I would play that game. Okay, I hope that helps with question number 1.